Tonight in Seoul, something unforgettable happened. Just 2 days after completing his military service, Jungkook returned to the stage, not just any stage, but J-Hope's concert finale. The atmosphere was electric. Armies filled the venue with purple light sticks, their cheers rising like waves. Everyone felt it, something magical was about to unfold. J-Hope, ever the showman, had prepared a grand surprise. As he stood under the spotlight, the beat dropped, and out came Jungkook. The crowd erupted in disbelief and joy. There he was, the golden magne, fresh from duty, standing tall and smiling shyly, overwhelmed by the moment. J-Hope welcomed him with open arms. The two embraced as the audience screamed louder. It wasn't just a reunion, it was a declaration. BTS wasn't gone. They were coming back. Jungkook greeted the fans humbly, saying, "I've missed you so much." His voice trembled with emotion. You could see in his eyes how much he longed for this moment. Then came the performance. Jungkook sang his solo track, 7, while J-Hope joined in for the rap. Their chemistry was seamless, like they'd never been apart. Every move, every note, every beat, it was pure synergy. The crowd sang along, waving their light sticks in rhythm. When the music ended, J-Hope turned to the crowd and said, "He came all this way, just to be here tonight." Jungkook responded, "It's an honor. Truly." The audience roared even louder. Then, they performed I Wonder, a beautiful, emotional song that captured their friendship. Their voices blended perfectly. The camera panned across the audience and showed the other BTS members, RM, Jin, Jimin, V, and Suga, either in person or through live stream, all smiling and cheering. It was a full-circle moment. You could feel the love, not just between Jungkook and J-Hope, but from the whole group to ARMY and back again. This was more than a concert, it was a promise. Behind the stage, after the show, J-Hope and Jungkook reflected on the night. J-Hope said, "You really came to support the finale. It means the world." Jungkook nodded, replying, "I wanted to be here, for the fans, for you. I'm so grateful." They hugged tightly. No words could capture what that moment meant to them, and to millions watching around the world. Jungkook may have just finished his military service, but tonight, he reminded everyone that his heart never left the stage. The brotherhood, the music, the fans, it was all still there. And as J-Hope closed the night, the crowd chanted together, "BTS, BTS." The screen faded to black, with one message: this is not the end. It's a new beginning. Tonight, Jungkook and J-Hope didn't just perform, they reignited the spark of BTS. And the world is watching. Throughout the entire venue, fans could be seen crying, smiling, and jumping in joy. It wasn't just a concert anymore. It had become a historical moment for ARMY around the world. Social media exploded with hashtags like #HopeKook, #BTSReunion, and #OT7back. Videos of the performance began spreading in real time, reaching millions in minutes. Some fans flew across countries just to witness this finale. One fan from the Philippines said, "I waited for this day for years. Seeing Jungkook and J-Hope on stage together again, I couldn't stop crying." Another from Brazil added, "Even though I couldn't be there, watching it live felt like healing. It's like they never left." Behind the scenes, the entire BTS team had worked secretly to prepare Jungkook's surprise appearance. It had been J-Hope's idea from the beginning. He wanted his finale to be more than a goodbye. It had to be a reunion. In interviews later, J-Hope revealed how he contacted Jungkook just days before his discharge, asking if he would be ready. Jungkook didn't hesitate. "If I can walk, I'll be there," he had replied. That determination moved the entire staff. When Jungkook arrived at the venue, he didn't go through the main entrance. He entered quietly through the back, hidden under a cap and mask. Only a few people knew he was even in Seoul. That secrecy made the moment on stage even more powerful. No one expected it, yet everyone needed it. During rehearsals, J-Hope and Jungkook only practiced briefly. "We didn't want to rehearse too much," said Jungkook. "We wanted it to feel raw. Like we were just two brothers singing together again." And that's exactly how it felt. The lights, the choreography, the sound, all enhanced the experience without taking away from the raw emotions. Every movement was precise yet natural, and the way they looked at each other while performing spoke volumes. There was trust, deep friendship, and mutual respect. Jimin, watching from the audience, was visibly emotional. At one point, cameras caught him wiping tears from his eyes. Later on social media, he posted a photo of Jungkook and J-Hope with a simple caption, "So proud of you both." RM wrote, "That stage tonight gave me goosebumps." Even Jin, who had just returned from military service himself, sent a message during the encore, "Welcome back, Kookie. You lit up the whole night." It wasn't just a celebration of music, it was a celebration of their journey. From their debut in 2013 to topping charts globally, going through hardships, personal growth, solo projects, and now military service, BTS has stayed united. This concert reminded everyone of their bond. The moment the show ended, fans stayed in their seats. No one wanted to leave. They chanted BTS's name for several more minutes, hoping for one last glimpse. And when Jungkook and J-Hope returned for a final bow, the arena shook with love. The symbolism of this night runs deep. Jungkook's appearance just 48 hours after military duty represents a bridge between the past and the future. It signals a new era for BTS, one where they return stronger, more mature, and more united than ever before. For many armies, this wasn't just entertainment. It was healing. During the members' time in service, fans often felt a sense of emptiness. But tonight, that space was filled again, with music, memories, and hope. As Jungkook and J-Hope left the stage arm in arm, the screen displayed a simple message, "See you soon as 7." The music faded, but the emotions lingered. Back in the dressing room, Jungkook sat down quietly, towel around his shoulders, still sweating from the performance. He looked into the mirror and whispered, "It feels good to be home." J-Hope came in, offered him a bottle of water, and said with a smile, "Let's do this again soon." Outside, fans were still singing. On social media, artists, influencers, and even news channels were sharing clips from the night. Korean outlets called it a historic moment in K-pop, while international headlines praised Jungkook's dedication and J-Hope's leadership. BTS had once again proven they are more than a band, they're a movement, a family, a phenomenon that continues to evolve while staying true to its heart. Tonight in Seoul wasn't just a concert, it was the beginning of BTS's next chapter. And the world will be watching every step of the way.